What's good, everyone? And we're back at it with the All Facts podcast here. I'm your host, Haris Fakar, alongside with the greatest co-host of all time, and Haroon Muammer. Do you have anything to say?
Hey, Haris, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Finally, I've been dealing with a lot recently. Not like bad things. It's more of a good thing. But I've been behind on my schooling. But I've been behind on the podcast work we're supposed to give out. But I'm finally now going back on the right track and giving you guys content and giving it and doing the best I can be.
You and me both, Haris. You and me both. It's always like 1 week I'm free, 1 week I'm busy, you know? It's very odd.
Both of us, yeah. It's basically like that for both of us. So it's harder to get content out for you guys. But, we're here for this episode. So, you guys, the long-awaited episode is finally here.
So, the election just ended, Haris. What were your thoughts on it?
It was kind of, I don't want to say dumb, but I would say it is.
I would say dumb. This was the most pointless election ever.
Oh yeah, right? I was about to say it was gonna be a lot more I know they spent like millions of dollars just to get another minority government. It was $1 million?
600 million.
Yeah, 600 million just for another minority
to change.
For a not minority government. Yeah, that's why I said it was kind of like just a useless election.
Like, honestly, the whole thing was just like, there's no need for an election either. It's just Justin Trudeau wanting to ego boost.
Yeah, and then he gets a minority government. So, I don't think he'll get that ego boost.
And also, like, Jasmeet Singh is on, like, TikTok, and he's like, posting memes, like, political memes, which is hilarious.
That is true. That is so true. But the one thing, who is the conservative leader? I always forget their names.
Aaron O'Toole.
What? Aaron O'Toole?
O'Toole.
Aaron O'Toole. Okay. Yeah, because it's basically a different guy every election. Because in 2015 it was Stephen Harper. In 2019 it was Andrew Scheer, and then now it's Aaron O'Toole. So
I think Andrew Scheer was just removed because of how incompetent he is.
Yeah. Apparently he was he was more of an American. Not more of an American. He was an American citizen, and he didn't get citizenship from Canada yet until the election.
Yeah, so he wouldn't even be allowed to.
That was like a rumor. I believe.
Yeah, but what are your thoughts on Aaron O'Toole, though, conservative government?
I honestly don't really know much about him, but I would say I would probably still vote for Justin Trudeau just because of Aaron O'Toole.
Really? Why so?
I don't know. I don't really think he's gonna do much to the economy and country. It's probably just gonna be more or less the same, even if he got elected or not.
Did you not hear his real estate plans?
I heard about that. I did, but what are the chances of that actually happening? It's because a lot of politicians, they'll just say something just to get the crowd engaged in voting for them. But will they actually do it? That is the big question you'd see for them.
Even then, though, it's good to it's good to just assume, right? Because I don't know Aaron O'Toole's political history. I don't know what type of politician he is. If he's one to lie or tell the truth.
That's exactly why. Because I don't really know him that well. That's why.
But
that's why I said
think
that.
Just some research can give you a good idea of what type of person he is.
I would say in general, right? I am more of I think more conservative than I do liberal, and not that being liberal is a bad thing, but I'm just more conservative than I am liberal. And I don't know about you, but and since I'm saying this about him, I don't really know much to even have an opinion on.
I agree. Even me, as someone who has more conservative beliefs, I thought Jasmeet Singh was probably one of the better choices.
Oh no! I did not think that at all. But
because Justin Trudeau, right? He's pretty well known for not committing with his promises.
Not committing with his promises. That's a very good analysis on him.
Right. So I feel even with things that's sensitive as indigenous issues, right? Them not having access to clean water. right? Jasmeet was promising that, and I don't know his political history, but like he seems like a pretty promising individual. But that just might be my bias.
Jagmeet also talks about like how he would lower tuition for university students.
Yeah, he's like an extreme liberal, if that's like the best way to put it.
No, because
like he's tackling those issues.
That is true. But NDP is not really like a popular option, so that's why they don't really get votes. Same with like Bloc Québécois. They're more conservative, but it's just because they only have seats in Quebec and all they care about is Quebec. They don't care about any other province in the world. It's kind of like they want Quebec to be its own country. That's like been their goal for like years.
They're still like the third most popular party though. The what's called the NDP.
Yeah, but conservative and liberal will always take over the country. That's just a fact.
They're always just ahead, yeah.
Like I remember this like years ago, right? When I was learning about this, there was a line, and one end of the line was liberal, and one end of the line was conservative, and NDP. Guess where that was on the line?
Or was it?
It was like right next to liberal.
What do you mean by that?
It just talks about like you were saying it NDP is extremely liberal, but they tackle onto the problems of liberal. But that's what that line is basically saying. It's basically saying conservatives versus everyone is what it's basically saying.
Just like real life, am I right?
Yeah, basically.
What really appeals to me, like with the conservatives, is like their what's called financial promises. You know, things like lowering taxes, and Aaron O'Toole's case, right, lowering real estate prices.
But yeah, that's always what conservatives were all about. Even I remember back in like the Stephen Harper days, that's what they were like.
Yeah, that's like my bigger appeal to them, you know?
I know.
Because like
I agree.
Today everything is so expensive.
I agree. But okay, so since we'll just move on, as we both agree this is a pointless election and they really spend millions of dollars for another minority government. But Haroon, remember you said your team is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah?
They're 1-3, I believe.
Really?
They won the first game and then they just collapsed.
Listen, obviously, being a Philadelphia sports fan is never a good idea, right? It's Philadelphia.
Yeah, that is true.
I think like a good rule of thumb is how well off the city your team is based off of is from, you know? Is it a well-off city or not so much? Because like Philadelphia is not that well off.
Philadelphia is a good sports city at the end of the day. Like you'll see, it is a good sports city. They have the history, they have the athletes, they have like the legacies. They have a good sports city.
Really?
It's just their fan base is very very rowdy, and at the end of the day, like their teams are not really that great.
Yeah,
nowadays.
Because Philadelphia wasn't bad like it is now, right? Now Philadelphia is like full of crime and like corrupt police. From like what I hear,
it was mostly like that. Like it's been like that for like about a decade now.
Yeah, exactly, and like you can see the correlation, right, from like bad city directly correlating with bad teams. You know, like back in the day, Philadelphia was a cultured society with cheesecakes,
the bell,
steak and cheese. Bell. Exactly.
The city of brotherly love. That's what it was called.
That's my point, though. Right? They went.
But yeah, you're a fan because of EDP.
I'm a fan because of the memes, bro. EDP is actually like a disgusting individual. He's funny.
Yeah, he is. We talked about this like in another episode, so make sure you get check that out. I believe it was called Paraguay. I think it was the Paraguay video. Shout out to Paraguay.
Was it the Paraguay?
It was the Paraguay. Yeah, I remember.
EDP though, we gotta talk about that one. That one is so interesting.
No, no, okay. If you want to hear us talk about EDP, it's gonna be in the.
I want to talk about him
I
right
talked
now.
about.
This is like he's actually a crazy individual.
No, I already talked about why. It reminds me of hard candy for some reason.
Just like his case though is like so interesting. Like the moment everything worked out for him, he got caught.
Yeah, that is true.
Right, like his favorite sports team just won. Right, I think it was 2018. Philadelphia Eagles, they won. And then he just hit 2 million subscribers. Like everything is going so well, and then he starts messing with like little kids.
Yeah, but it really should. We talked about this last time. It showed that like a lot of these guys end up just doing like criminal acts when they get like their peak when they reach their peak.
It's like James Franco.
Basically,
James Franco was tragic, dude. Someone like he was like one of my favorite actors, you know?
James Franco is literally the definition of pretty privilege.
You think? Because like things aren't going so well for him.
Well, yeah, because he's had so many acts against him, yet he's still walking freely.
I mean, yeah, but like his acting career is dead. No one wants to work with him.
True. But speaking of Spider-Man, yo, when is your factual analysis coming out, buddy?
Listen, I was making progress until I got busy, and then I didn't touch it since.
It's left in the dust now. But yeah, hopefully that will come out.
Let it come out before the movie comes out.
It will come out before the movie comes out, and the movie comes out in like what?
December.
I believe December, yeah. But by the way, Venom 2 is out, and we'll see how great it is. I
wanted to watch it with you, but you weren't available.
I wasn't available. We'll watch it sooner or later, and then hopefully by the next time we'll record, and we'll probably seen it by now.
Yeah, we'll give out.
But I actually want to talk. Yeah, I actually want to touch on this. I know this ain't intellectual stimulus, but I do have a take.
Yeah. What's your take?
Pizza is. You can feel it overrated, man. It's more. Like pizza is great. Don't get me wrong with that, but the thing about pizza. I can easily get tired of it, and sometimes it doesn't really fill me up. Like I'll want more food rather than it'll fill me up.
That is true, right? With pizza specifically, no matter how much pizza I'll eat, I'll stay hungry. It's like an appetizer meal.
Also, it's what do you call it? It's so easy to get over it. Like you get tired of it very easily. Like after I'll eat like my 6, I'll be like, yeah, okay, I don't want to eat anymore because I don't want to eat anymore. It's not that I'm full. It's just I get tired of eating that.
Yeah, I completely agree. But like pizza to me is more like a meme than it is like an actual like sustenance food. Right? Like when I think of pizza, I think of like Papa John, you know?
Yeah.
Papa's here.
The thing about pizza is still good, great. Don't get me wrong, but I would say it's on like the lowest tier of like all the good foods there is.
Really? Actually, right now, make a tier list of like your favorite fast food types.
I gotta see, like I gotta go on like an actual tier list to probably because I can't list off the top of my head.
Can you give like a top 3 at least?
Like fast food chains?
Yeah, sure. Fast food chains. Why not?
Fast food chains. Okay, fast food chains. This is very difficult because it's hard to date because a lot of my favorite restaurants are like the ones that are like not known to the world. They're either very local to their city or it's just like, yeah.
Just like fast food though, just fast food in general. You don't have to go with like actual like proper restaurants.
Okay, fine. So I can go with like the very ones that are not known. So people will probably, if I probably say this, people will say like, "Oh, what is that?" And then they'll probably want to try it because it's one of my favorites. Fine. I'll think of it for. I actually don't know.
Right here.
I actually don't know. Also, I'll actually ask you, like, what's your favorite? I actually am blanking out.
My
right now.
favorite of like fast foods.
Top 3, just
All
top
right.
3.
Wendy's has really good burgers, so you know Wendy's has to go on that. and then Subway, and then probably Papa John's for the memes.
Okay, actually, like taste wise, fine. I can agree with you, Papa John's from the memes, but
Papa John's also just tastes really good. But like Wendy's burgers are like actually underrated, I feel like.
okay, fine. I would have to say Subway. Subway's definitely top three. I would agree with you there. It's actually hard because I've never done like a food ranking
You don't just rank food randomly.
in my head, but then like sometimes I forget all about it.
Here, think of something just right now.
But the thing is, like, when I'm thinking about a restaurant, I'm thinking about like what's good in it and like what's good if it's good all around. Because like I think of some, I'm thinking of some restaurants right now, but they're only good at one thing. That I'm just gonna say like, yeah, I would not say this is a top three thing.
No, you're being too critical. Just where do you eat often? If you had the choice, where would you consume a delicious meal at?
Okay, I would have to say Taco Bell.
All right.
Taco Bell, Subway. What else? I'm thinking of like a burger place, but I have to think of which one.
It really doesn't have to be a burger place.
No, but I'm thinking of a burger place because I love burgers.
All right. I'll give you some time. You know what? You probably secretly like Burger King. You're probably one of those.
I actually really haven't had Burger King.
I think Burger King gets too much hate, but it's not the best burgers.
Burger King. I honestly haven't really had it. Like the last time I had it was like 8 years ago. Cause like I'm not the type of guy to say like, oh, let's try Burger King. Cause I really don't think it's.
Yeah.
I really don't think because I don't remember it was great from when I was a kid.
Neither do I, right? But like, if there's a Burger King there, I'm not gonna mind eating from it. You know?
Yeah. I honestly don't know. I really don't. I really can't think of like a thing like right off the top of my head and say, oh, this is amazing.
Really, it says a lot about your indecisive
But
character.
I would say my indecisive,
Yeah.
maybe, but I don't just rank food randomly. I would in my head, but then I'll just forget about it sooner than later.
But
What do you like about Subway? Because we both love Subway, right? The reason why I just like Subway because I'll never get tired of it because of how much I'll eat it. I'll say.
Here's the thing, right? Subway is good, but like that idea that like the food is custom, or like the food is your food, you know, you custom made it, doesn't really make sense to me, because it all tastes the same anyways.
True.
Right? To me, it doesn't really matter what I put into it because it's just gonna taste like identical. Whether it's like the chicken teriyaki or if it's like a turkey or a tuna, it all tastes the same.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, but that's also the reason why people hate it, because they say like, oh, we don't like the stuff they do, but like but you made the sandwich, so if you just
but like it all tastes the same anyways. That's my point though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like that. Some people say like that's the reason why it's not great.
What else do I like about Subway? The variety of sauces. I'm a very like saucy person.
Their sauces
really, very
are
much
really
enjoy
great.
sauce.
Yeah, their sauces are really great. Yeah, I use sauce all the time, so like.
So having like a wide variety of sauce options is always a plus.
Mhm.
What
especially
else?
like stores like especially Taco Bell. Taco Bell's sauces are really great. They don't offer a variety, but their sauces are really great.
Speaking of what's it called, Taco Bell though, and did you hear that they're making a Chick-fil-A near us?
They're making a what?
There's a Chick-fil-A is being opened up near us.
There's already one opened up near us, but I haven't tried Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I want to try it though, cause like Chick-fil-A. The thing about it is that like there's barely any in Canada.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's like I don't know if it fixed the halal criteria though.
Yeah, that's true. The customer service though has got to be halal.
I don't think so because I went inside the one in Kitchener and I asked if it was, they said it wasn't.
It's Ahl al-Kitab. Chick-fil-A is definitely Ahl al-Kitab. Like they're so Christian.
I don't know. I don't think.
Yeah, they're so Christian.
Oh yeah, no, they are. Yeah, because of that. Because of the incident with the LGBTQ thing.
Yeah, that's how Christian they are. Yeah. So like, I think we might get a pass.
But I don't know about the franchisee.
What do you mean by that? I don't know.
The franchisee is different than the franchisor.
It doesn't really matter though, since like all of it is being shipped from the.
I'll have to look into it, but I think it kind of does.
It's all shipped from the same source, especially with Chick-fil-A, since it's like so cheap.
But speaking of the Ahl Kitab, when you told me about that like a few days ago, I didn't really see any evidence how that supports that.
I'll send you a passage later about like that, but the main premise is that you're allowed to eat if like the area which you're eating at follows like one of like the three, like the Abrahamic religions, you know, like the three main ones.
Yeah, but I think there's a limit to that just because we do have halal options here.
Yeah, I agree we have halal options, but like it's very hard to come across.
Not really. Around here, there's actually quite a few that I can say like, oh, this is pretty great.
I mean, pretty great differs from like, because like some stuff is very specific. You can have like a Chick-fil-A sandwich, but you can't have a halal Chick-fil-A sandwich. Is like my point.
I know, but I don't know because it really depends on what's in the sandwich to be halal or not. Not on like what it's called.
No, but like they have like a specific recipe, you know, like KFC's like famous like herbs.
I know that, but you're saying there's no difference. I'm saying it's not about what it's called; it's about what's in it.
Yeah, I'm saying there's a specific recipe they won't get anywhere else. It's like the Krabby Patty, you know. If the Krabby Patty theoretically wasn't halal, what are you gonna do? Eat at the chum bucket?
Okay, but we don't have the chum bucket here, and we have probably many other places to eat from.
There's probably another burger joint, but there's not another Krusty Krabs, and that's my point.
But Chick-fil-A isn't the Krusty Krab.
In this hypothetical example, it is. All right.
In this hypothetical example, but not. You can't base everything off a hypothetical example.
Do you get my point or no?
I get your point, but I'm saying like I think it doesn't really apply to us just because we actually have options.
Alright, whatever. I'll send you the passage and I'll show you, and then you can tell me what you think.
We'll see from it. But I actually thought of a restaurant that I like so much, and it's in the Ontario region. I don't know if you've had it because it's Afghan food. But it's called Kandahar kebab. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, their sauces are like you love the spiciness, right?
Of course, spices. To me, spices.
Their hot sauce, their hot sauce is it's not very spicy, but it's spicy, and you'll love it. Their garlic sauce is amazing. Their food is amazing. Like I always get their veal. I mean, I always get their lamb. I know someone that gets the veal, but I love their lamb. Their lamb chops are amazing. Their rice is amazing. Their veggies are even amazing, honestly. So, I had some today.
Okay, but what about like iconic fast food joints that anyone can recognize from around the world? Which one would be your favorite?
Well, I said Taco Bell, Subway. I don't really know about the third one because there's so many options.
Yeah, just pick something.
The thing is, I probably would say Wendy's, but I haven't had a lot of Wendy's to say, oh, it's like really great.
Here's the thing that I like about Wendy's, right? I like how they put everything in their burger.
Yeah?
Right? Like you go to McDonald's, you know, A&W.
They'll ask you.
Right? No, like they'll only put like a select few things into your thing.
Yeah.
Like A&W's Mama Burger will only have like onions and pickles, and then like your basic condiments,
Yeah, true, true.
which is like it's very frustrating, right? While A&W doesn't miss out; they put everything on there, which I can always appreciate.
Mm-hmm. I actually don't know because like there's so many things I have. Yeah, it's so hard to choose because a lot of the stuff I've tried are like not really that great, and like it's not great to put it in the top three. So it's hard. It's really hard to say it.
All right, I guess I can agree with that.
So okay, speaking of which, I had to like read the Shakespeare text, and I actually hate Shakespeare. Like I understand you've done so much for the English language, but why do I have to learn about your iambic pentameter, passage, soliloquy? Those like I don't understand. Like it's very dumb.
Yeah, Shakespeare's hilarious. What are you talking about?
What is he hilarious about?
Like he's just a meme, dude. You know, like you make.
Are you thinking about the William Shakespeare versus Dr. Seuss? Because Dr. Seuss won that battle.
No, I'm not. I'm talking just in general, dude. He's like such a meme. Like you remember Macbeth when like they killed the kid and they say "What you egg" before they stab him.
The kid?
Yeah, you don't remember Macbeth? Like he goes to like this mother and child's home, like one of Macbeth's like soldiers, and like he stabs like the kid. He goes, "What you egg?"
I don't remember. All I remember from Macbeth was that there was a prophecy of him taking over the throne, and then there was a prophecy of someone killing him, and then his wife couldn't like get the blood off her hands because she killed something. She killed someone or something.
Is that what? You don't remember like the memes? You don't remember what's it called? Romeo and Juliet? He goes for he is a saucy boy.
Yeah.
That's meme potential right there. Like if I saw that in a live play, I would die of laughter.
Okay, but how? But Shakespeare, I just hate studying him. That's just what I've been saying. Like I don't want to learn this iambic pentameter. Like you. I don't. Do you have to discuss memes in your class?
I wish, honestly. Like memes is actually just a culture at this point. If I were to take a culture class, we have to like cover memes.
The teachers should just, instead of putting Shakespeare in, they should just put culture and just use Shakespeare as an example.
That's actually a good like topic about English in general. English isn't really teaching you anything. It's literally just us learning the teacher's hobbies.
Not only that, it's just telling you. Okay, write this. I'll give you feedback, and you can write something about this later. It's not really improving your writing. It's more improving. It's just making you do work you don't want to do.
I did law, right, this year. And in law, we write nothing like we write in English class.
Yeah, I took introduction. I took introduction to psychology, like in sociology and anthropology. The reason why I like that so much more than English is because of one reason. First of all, it was so much better to learn, and because of that, you actually had something to go off of. You actually had your own opinion. You actually had your own mind to actually write about. Because it was talking about like, oh, nature versus nurture. Are you based off your genetics, or are you just based off the way you were brought up?
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Really good, right? English class, it's basically if you want to talk about something, the teacher will pull up and say that's not a good.
That's not a good topic. That's not a good topic to use. Yes.
Right? It's just like what? Dude, that's my top. I put my heart and soul into that. Come on.
And then they'll go like, oh no, you have to write the Shakespeare thing. You have to write what an iambic pentameter is.
You have to compare King Lear to like Edward. What?
Yeah, no. I'm reading King Lear right now in my English class, and what's happening so far is just basically King Lear's 3 daughters. 2 of them hate one, and then they wanna like split the land because he has no sons, right? So they want to split the land with each other, and they just don't hate the 3rd daughter, the youngest daughter, so they want to kill her.
Yeah, right. But like the essay subject matters.
Like I don't care. I don't care about all that stuff. The essay stuff.
The essay subject matter that we
continue.
had to use, which was like for me, it was like I had to compare King Lear to Edward, which is like what Prince Edward
to King Edward,
the bastard son, you know.
Oh, Edmund, you mean?
Edmund, yeah.
Wait, what?
right?
Okay, okay.
And I'm like, what? These are two vastly different individuals.
In English class, we were watching like a play of King Lear, right? And Edmund carried that play. Like he was the only guy showing expression. He was the only guy being a good actor. Like everyone else was like, "Oh, you touched me! Oh my gosh!"
B2 be like,
But like yeah, like I don't like Shakespeare at all. Especially like I don't know if I don't know if whoever's listening about this, Harun and I had this like thing in English class called independent study unit. That's the most
yeah,
useless
the
thing of all.
ISU.
That's the most useless thing.
Actually, out of everything, I like the ISU the best because like the ISU, I get to be myself.
Not for me though. I know it's
What?
an independent study unit, but I don't know, and I don't understand like how, because like all the books I've read so far are just really books I was just more forced to read than like stuff I actually like.
That's just your teacher though,
I actually have a pretty good English teacher this year.
right? Because like in my grade 10 English class, bro, I was reading manga, yo.
Okay, no, but I actually have a really good English teacher this year though. So
So like, what are you reading in this ISU?
it's called The Mercy Among Children.
Yeah, and is this something you enjoy or?
It's a good topic to touch on, but yeah, I don't really enjoy it. I don't enjoy reading the book. I just really don't enjoy reading general. So like, if you're a different person, like you're probably gonna say like, oh, you hate English because you don't like reading and writing. Which yeah, I don't like reading and writing, but that's kind of the point here. Like, if they're making me do something I don't want, like they're making me hate it just because they're making me do something I don't want to do.
But like, I feel like if you just picked something you enjoyed, you would have no problem reading it.
I know, but I'm saying that they're not making that upon me. They're putting on me this stuff that I don't enjoy.
It's an ISU though. You can read whatever you want.
No, but we had some restrictions this year. I don't know if you did.
I didn't do ISU last year.
Okay, no, but we had some restrictions this year.
What were your restrictions?
Canadian author.
Alright, that is so stupid.
Yeah.
Even then, I would just choose Eric Walters.
I did, but like I did, but then apparently you couldn't do Eric Walters.
What?
Like like there was a list of authors you had to pick from.
Why?
I don't know.
That's so like moronic. Like Eric Walter books are like the best, honestly. Like they're like the few books I enjoy. He has like apocalyptic stuff, then he has like social media stuff.
Remember like a long time ago back in the day, he came to our school. Like
Yeah.
he was actually a stand-up comedian.
That was actually great how he came.
That was great. Yeah, I actually liked him. But like yeah, I'm not really the reading type of guy. I hate reading. I hate writing. I'm more of a speaker. That's why I kind of chose to do this podcast, because I like speaking.
Now I'm the opposite. I don't like reading. That we can agree on. But writing is always a treat. Because
I
when
don't
you
like
write,
writing.
you can convey your ideas in like a structured manner. With
Yeah, but I'm not really that type of person.
which is with like speaking, right? You're just kind of going off the spot.
Yeah. Well, you can kind of tell based on based on this podcast and stuff, like why I like speaking so much better.
Yeah, so like in layman's terms, you're more of an actor and I'm more of a stand-up comedian.
Basically, yeah. If we can. Oh, okay. I actually have a really great story to tell you.
Yeah.
Since you brought up actor, it was actually funny because like one of my friends, he's into acting. Like he's not an actor now, but he's into acting, right? Like he likes acting in plays and stuff. So once he was in a play, right, where he had to kiss a girl on the lips, right? No big deal, right? But
Yeah.
his parents were at the play.
Damn.
His parents were at the play. So then he told the director, he's like, okay, my parents are here, so can I not do that? Can I just kiss her on the forehead? And then that's what happened. But then he said like that was like at that point, like that was like the most he was the most he was the most nervous at the point of his life that he just didn't know what to do. It's actually hilarious.
What my parents would have let me, honestly,
And I don't know. I don't know about me, but
because it's a performance, you know.
yeah, it's performance. You don't mean it, but his parents didn't really. Then they would have not allowed it.
It's like that story of like Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool. He had to do like that scene with
In
the
front of
woman
his parents.
No, he did like in Deadpool, right? You remember like the montage?
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, apparently like his mom called him and he was like, "Why are you cheating on your wife? You're such a horrible person."
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
And he had to go into depth explaining to his mom just how it's like a scene and how he's not actually doing it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, but that's actually hilarious. But yeah, like that. When you said actor, like that's when I just thought of that story right away.
But what about you? Would you pursue acting or?
Actually, it depends on like my role though. But I actually would if I wanted to, honestly.
Would you pursue a scene with Megan Fox or not?
Of course.
It's Megan Fox, but how can you not?
I know.
Never.
But I'm just gonna say one thing. You would probably do it with Dark Souls? Like if there was a Dark Souls movie, you would definitely.
Shut up, keep from fire as hell, dude. I don't know why you gotta trip. Why you tripping on me like this?
No, I'm not tripping you. I'm just saying like you would definitely do Dark Souls. Like that's the first act. But for me, I don't know like what role I would actually want to play.
Oh, and like cinematic acting.
Yeah.
Dude, I would play anything, honestly. I don't really care.
Honestly, I would love to play a villain.
Facts.
Yeah, I would love to play a villain. Not like Joker villain, but I would actually love to play a villain.
I would love to play Joker.
I wouldn't like to play Joker. I don't know. That character is kind of too depressing in that sense. Like,
no, he's not depressing. It's just
no.
Phoenix.
I know, but at the same time, like the real actor that actually played Joker, because of that character, he had to, like he was so like not lonely. Well, I don't know what the word is. I always forget the words. My vocabulary is terrible.
He isolated himself to like get the role right.
Yeah, basically, and because of that, he became a lot more gloomy, and that led to his death. I'm not saying it would lead to your death if you play the Joker. I'm just saying like that role is so difficult to just do.
I don't think that's what led to his death. I'm pretty sure like didn't he die of like an illness?
I think it was an overdose.
It was an overdose. You know whether he was like an addict from the beginning or if the Joker role made him an addict?
No.
Or like what was the situation? He was an addict from before, right?
I think he became it because of that character. Because I've always seen the articles of like why the Joker killed the actor. I'll send you one. But here
that can't happen to my boy Joaquin, you know.
That's the guy who played the Joker in the 2018, right?
Yeah, that can't happen to my guy Joaquin Phoenix. Dude, Joaquin Phoenix, like if you ever see clips of him, he's like actually like a straight up sociopath.
Maybe that's why they casted him.
Like he's like a real life Joker. There's like an interview.
It's possible. Like that's why they casted him.
That probably is why. But like, here's the thing. There's like he's actually just like he's so weird that it's hilarious, and you know it's intentional too. Like he's playing off of it. Like he was doing an interview. He was in like Brother Bear, if you remember that movie. You like that Disney movie?
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
And like the interview, she goes like, "Oh, the movie was so great. I cried multiple times during that movie. It was so emotional." And Joaquin goes, "I don't believe you ever cried a day in your life." And he just stares at her blankly.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. He clearly knows.
But yeah, like I don't know. Like a villain role I would love to play is like Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader is a really great role to play.
Nah, I want to play like a realistic villain, you know? You know who I want to play?
Yeah, that's.
I want to play a minor role in a dog movie.
In a dog movie?
Because like
Why?
every character in dog movies that isn't the dog's master is like actually like a sociopath.
Really?
Yeah, know how like in dog movies everyone's just so mean to like the dog in question, except for the owner.
I've actually really the only what dog movies have I seen? Beethoven's just like Beethoven, like the entire family's in love with the doctor. What else? I actually haven't seen a lot of dog movies, so I probably can't testify for
Like
that.
in my case, right, every dog movie I see, it's like the dog is like this innocent puppy, and like the owner and like the owner's family, they're all super nice to the dog, but then just every single other character is like actually like the main antagonist of the story. You know, like maybe the dog gets separated in the plot, and the dog's like whimpering in the streets, and everyone like kicks the dog away. Like they're all just straight up sociopaths. I swear, it's like a little dog.
So you'd want to be one of those. One of those.
I feel like I do a really good job.
Yeah, that I wouldn't want to be those roles, but like when you really think about it, it's really hard to. It's not okay. It's harder to play the villain than the good guy. Yet no one gives the villain the credit.
What do you mean? Everyone gives the villain credit.
Nah, because when you think about it, like the people that play the heroes rather than the villains, they'll have more opportunities to be on another to get worked with rather than the
I disagree.
The villain. I know. I don't. No, that's just a fact.
No, because like, and in this scenario, right? I have a very specific example that happened recently. Josh Brolin.
Which one? Okay.
All right, he played Thanos, and then almost immediately got a role as Cable for Deadpool 2. Because of his Thanos performance. Right? His role as the villain gave him an opportunity to play another role.
Yeah, he's probably the exception then.
We'll have to see, because this is recent, right? This is like 2018. But like, I feel like we're gonna see more of this soon. Joaquin Phoenix was like begged to join like the Zack Snyder like cinematic universe. You know, like the Snyder Justice League?
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix they begged Joaquin to like be the main Joker for it. He said, no, I don't do sequels.
Really?
Yeah, his whole thing is that he does like one-off movies, and he'll never do a sequel.
Yeah, okay.
So they just went with Jared Leto again.
The thing is, that they're probably like the only few exceptions then, because at the same time, right? Like even with Thanos and Thanos, right? With Thanos, he was a villain, yes, but he wasn't like a terrible villain that did like crazy things. Like he thought like what he did was right.
Yeah, it's true, but like he still did like decimate half the universe. And also like if you read,
but he didn't choose that. He didn't choose who, and he just thought everything.
Also,
was
if you
balanced
read Marvel comics, right? Thanos actually secretly is like a very horrible person, but he just tries to hide it with like this moral.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But like they didn't do that in the movies. Though.
I think they did. They hinted at it a little bit. Like there's like an issue in the.
I think only in like the Gamora scenes.
There was like an issue, right, in like the comics, where like the planet Titan had like this disease, and Thanos was like infectious disease scientist, yeah. And instead of like doing proper like testing on like lesser beings like rabbits, you know, other like smaller animals, he like experimented on people. Like he would kidnap people and like torture them for like results. And he had to
That's in the comics though, not in the movies.
I like the comics though because they're like the main interpretation. He had to come to terms with why he was doing this, and he came to the conclusion that he is like he secretly enjoys it. He had to admit it to himself. Yeah, I, Thanos, enjoy
Yeah.
torturing people for my own pleasures. And I'm gonna use the excuse of this disease to torture people.
I know, but I'm saying if they shown that in the movie, they might have not. He might have not gotten. The actor might have not gotten another chance. He may probably would have, but it probably would have highly unlikely.
But
And I could be wrong. Like maybe people in like the theater, like of course, appreciate the villain a lot.
I
more
think
than
this
the
is like a
hero,
new
but
phenomenon
that's not
too,
from what
right?
I
Because
see.
like both Josh Brolin and Joaquin Phoenix are like new characters.
Yeah, they are.
Right. This is all like 2018, 2019, right? And then 2020 pandemic hit, so we didn't get to see much. But I'm pretty sure, right? Like in the near future, we're gonna see a lot more villains like having like more roles and having more appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
Would Christian Bale count as a villain in American Psycho?
Was that before The Dark Knight?
That was way before. He was a protagonist, but he was also the villain, you know?
Maybe it's a little more of like a protagonist thing than a hero villain thing.
That yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Megamind, Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell still gets roles. That's because it's the protagonist.
Will Ferrell didn't get famous off of what Megamind though.
Yeah, I know. I was making a joke.
But yeah, I think that's all we should touch today. We've been at it for like 50 minutes. So, do you have anything to say before we go on?
No, I think that's all.
All right, everyone, thanks for listening. And if you want to listen to more content, maybe sure check our previous episodes out. Haruna will probably get more content out the way. And this is the All Facts Podcast, and we're out.